Hi, how is it going? Welcome to Code with Z. In today's video, we're given this string and we gotta return the length of the last word inside of our string. Why? Because that's what LeetCode 58, length of last word, is asking us to do. As you can see, it says, given a string called S consisting of words and spaces, return the length of the last word in the string. And here it defines a word and it says a word is a maximal substring consisting of non-space characters only. Well, if we check over here, this is our last word. But unfortunately, we have a bunch of spaces after it. If we didn't have this white space here, we could just return 4 because that's the length of our last word. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 letters, so we're gonna return 4. So let's see how we can solve this. Well, to be honest with you, I don't want to overcomplicate this problem. Let me bring this down here. Let's see what our hunches tell us. I think we all believe that if we didn't have this white space here, our life would be much better, right? So what will happen if we actually get rid of this white space here, like so? Now in our string, because we don't have any white spaces at the end, if we separate the last word from all of the other words, we can just return the length of the last word, right? Well, how can we do that? Well, we can actually turn this string into an array. And if we do that, our last word here is gonna be the last element inside of our array, like so. As you can see, we've turned this string here into this array. As you can see, we have all of our spaces here and our words, but we don't care about any of this. What we care about is our last word. Because we've already removed all of the white spaces after our last word, the last element inside of our array is gonna be the word that we want. So we can literally pick the last word inside of this array that we have generated, like so, and then we're gonna be like, let's get the length of this word, like so, and this is gonna give us 4. And then this is gonna be our answer and we're gonna return it at the end. And this is gonna be our algorithm. So now let's code this in the simplest way possible. Alrighty, so the first thing that we need to do is to get rid of all of the white spaces that we have at the end, just like we saw in the slide. So we're gonna define a variable called I, and this is gonna be equal to the last index inside of our string. So we're gonna say I is equal to s.length minus 1, like so. And then we're gonna have a loop. We're gonna say while s at the index of I is equal to a space or a white space, decrement I, like so. When this loop is done, I is gonna be at the index of the last letter inside of our string. So for example, this is our string that we saw on the slides. When this loop is done, I is gonna be at this position here, literally at this position of the letter N. So now that we know where this N is, we can update our string and we're gonna be like, string should be equal to string.slice. We wanna have the same string from the index of 0 all the way until I plus 1. And this is gonna convert our string from this to this. We literally just got rid of all of the white spaces at the end. Now that we don't have any white spaces at the end, we can turn our string into an array and then return the length of the last element inside of that array. So we're gonna say string is equal to string.split, like so. This is gonna divide the string at each space, and then we're gonna return the length of the last element inside of our array, and that's gonna be our last word. So we're gonna say return s at the index of s.length minus 1. So basically the last element. When we get that last element, we wanna return the length of it, just like we saw in the slides. Now let's run it and see if we're gonna get accepted. Moment of truth. And yep, as you can see, let's submit it and see if we're gonna pass all of the test cases. Let's see. And yep, we got accepted. That's awesome. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and keep on coding.